Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale. Headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
Ah, one more, I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside. Well, no one's putting a gun.
telling me they have that stowed away in the Ark of Legacy?
That is Zoe Washington, chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional treasure hunter, and Providence operative. Quite a mouthful.
I have been planning the Founders Week for
Zoe.
over a month.
When can
I
we
have
see the
some of
body?
the world's most
Shortly,
prominent
Raoul.
people waiting to pay
Muriel,
him
the
their last
preservation
respects.
specialist, is getting him
I have
ready
the
as we
star
speak.
of the
This
Prague
procedure.
Philharmonic on stage.
What's it called?
ready to play
Plastification?
a
Plastination.
Plastination. Ave Maria on the harp.
Is
for
this
God's
truly
sake.
what Janice
And you're
wanted?
telling me that you lost the
Going on
sodding
display
dagger?
in the Ark
I'm
of
really
Legacy
sorry,
like
man.
a
My team received
like a
no
wax statue.
notification. You sure
He
they
never
didn't give you
mentioned
a crate
anything of
number?
the sort.
They did not give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
More pressure. Just what I need.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
I bet this would make the Constant come quietly. But first things first, 47. Focus on the target.
You know this is state of the art. I don't know how anybody could get past the security setup. I'm not an art expert.
Certainly a bold design. What's the power source gonna be? Nuclear? Solar? Cold fusion? I gotta
That
remember
is
to ask-
Sophia Washington,
Comparing
chairwoman
battle
of the Ark
scars?
Society, professional
Boy,
treasure
if you wanna
hunter,
earn your
and
keep,
Providence
you
operative.
could track
Quite
down
the
that
resume.
anthropologist whom you apparently failed to kill in Brazil.
Duly noted.
Anyway, you boys take it easy. Maybe we should move next.
I give up. This level of encryption's out of my league. Whoever sent you this message knew what they were doing.
Well, keep trying. It's important.
What's going on, Sophia? I haven't seen you or Zoe this excited. But it's since the Lost Temple in Burma.
Your muscle, Adrian? You don't need to know everything.
Screw that.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to one of the boats in the harbor where it's quiet. You can use the kill switch to coerce it.
Material is a new type of nanocrystalline material. Super strong, flexible, and it has photovoltaic qualities
Because I
as
think
well.
maybe I am.
This is highly impressive.
Hey, did I miss the keynote?
Afraid so.
Oh, shit.
politics, not even all that cold, if you think about it.
That's him. The Constant. Providence's top
The
controller.
Washingtons are dead.
Everything
I have the
depends
kill
on
switch.
capturing him
What
alive.
did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves. No signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
You know what? I have many things.
Sure. Our parents were afraid of the missiles. But I think we
Partners
both
no
know
more.
that if it
I
happens, there'll
take
be
it.
some other element at play. Something
I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you? I wonder.
Just keep walking.
The original five are all energy CEOs. No, I mean, they're not idiots. It's not like they've launched it. Strange. I know I'm supposed to feel
For what it's
something,
worth,
but the fact
Janus
is,
always found
Janus is
Ortmeyer's
the name
project
change.
distasteful,
I
not
never
to
actually
mention
knew.
inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
Oh, I know.
Oh, but of course you need some rare Scandinavian biodynamic wine that's not on the list. I completely understand.
I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it for us.
Us? Oh, I see. The penny drops. I should have known. How does a man leave no trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So, now you want the partners, the men behind the curtain who've caused you all this pain? Well, before you go knocking down a wall, you better make sure it's not load-bearing.
I'm told the Washington twins are gonna burn a shitload of that.
Yeah, man, you're looking jacked.
more. Say, is that the, what's the term? The Master of Ceremonies in the chapel?
The Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb.
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
Only witness to what was going on. A washed up beach bum playing in an Eagles cover band?
Just for a few minutes. I just want to... Architects...
For mass murder. Of course he needs to go. And for real, this time?
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington. Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
The Washingtons are
Question
dead.
is how?
I have the
He's not
kill
likely
switch.
to come quietly.
What did you say?
Unless you get your
How
hands
could
on
you
a kill
know about
switch.
that?
You will head towards the
Yes,
harbor.
that might
No
just
sudden
work.
moves. No
That's
signs.
one of the twins,
or
47.
warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Barnwood's assassin.
Move.
That's what Montezuma said, sir. You just watch that necklace. Trust no one.
Partners no more, I take it. I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
I have been
Not just that.
for over
He
a
had
month.
it coming.
I have some of the world's
Interesting.
most prominent people waiting to pay
It was
him their
my
last
impression
respect.
that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you? I wonder.
Just keep walking.
Last year, yet I'm still here serving its conceited pricks.
For what it's worth, Janus always found Ortmeyer's project distasteful, not to mention inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
Oh, I know.
I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it for us.
Us? Oh, I see. The penny drops. I should have known. How does a man leave no trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So...
Enough talking. You'll do plenty of that later. We're here. Get on the boat.
Mr. Edwards, still think this is maintenance?
Oh, Miss Burnwood, what have you done? Changing horses midstream? Truly unprofessional.
You know what we want.
Where is the carrot?
No carrot. You're useless to the partners. Compromised. Even if we let you live, you can never return. Why die protecting them?
When I can drag them down with me.
It's a bad hand, but it's all you've got.
Three families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants. 3 dynasties secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity.
Never heard of them.
Well, they've heard of you. In fact, you just became the top of their agenda.
Go. We can't give them time to retaliate.
Don't take your eyes off him.
Be careful.
Well, here we are again. I must admit I am disappointed, Miss Burnwood. I had such big plans for you.
Save it. I know the truth now. You're outplayed. You have nothing left to bargain with.
You were so certain, so sure of the people closest to you. He never fails, does he? He never misses his mark. You found a window into his past. And yet, something else remains hidden. A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
Coming!
No one, Miss Burnwood, is untouchable.
Say, is that the, what's the term?
I'm just sad I'll never be able to
Master of
see
Ceremonies.
Apologies, sir. This door is for initiates only. I'm sure you understand.
There's all these like little people engraved in the gold trim, and then
Could I get you a drink?
like a disc.
Are those blindfolds? It does act Lila, the boss is probably on the way down to kick my ass right.
I'm not getting into that stupid road.
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Like Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out of reach places like the ramparts. And the first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes the polygraph test with the chairwoman. If you're deemed worthy, you get promoted to ARC member.
So, every year, aspiring ARC patrons compete in a treasure hunt to obtain membership status.
Do that?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Depends on your pain threshold, I guess. You see, Zoe Washington upped the stakes this year. Word is, she's brought an ECT device to the interview.
Wait, electroshock? But that's torture.
Some would call it therapeutic.
Wow, I knew the twins were hardcore, but this takes the cake. Count me out. If our son had his way, he'd spend all of this on crypto and vapes. You know I'm right. He'd piss himself if he knew where it was going.
Oh God, I know. Honestly. What's with that weird bird effigy?
It's the annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
What's new is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
What would you put back there? Maybe some kind of... Oh, is that a... No. Shit. Why don't I go see my ophthalmologist? I could be wading through tokens. I wouldn't even know it.
Set on fire, symbolizing how survival.
The thing about travel is that you get to see and learn about the world. Well, now that the collapse is coming, it feels even more urgent, right? Hey, like we're right out there before it's too late, you know?
I just like my work, I guess. You know, I always volunteer for the Just walking around. You feel like you're the king of the world.
Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb. Extraordinary.
It's a flippin' necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally has the necklace in her hand when Nathaniel repels from the ceiling, triggers this ancient death trap, and, you know, murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
Well, currently Wales, which explains the action. I don't follow.
Wow. If these walls could talk, what would they say?
They'd probably
What was it originally?
No one knows for sure who built it. Some say it's Roman out. You do it. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? You're the master of ceremonies.
I'm a multiple Tony Award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays, not spectacle. What if people hate it? Shit. You're gonna hate it.
They won't hate it, Mr. Fenniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Oh, good Lord, what have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going out?
Hey, I need help.
It has to be something really secretive. If we go
Just humor me for a second.
Your Highness.
How do you...
We were just discussing your stage stuff.
I have been planning the Founder's Wake for over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay him their last
That must be
respects.
Janus's casket. Looks like the wake is about to start, but still no body.
On the harp, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding dagger?
I'm really sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification. You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
They did not give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do. And when you do...
Sure, but without Janus, we would still be buying politicians in the vain hope that they would somehow wake up, do their job, and save the world. Now we don't have to worry about that.
Ironic, though, don't you think? That you prepare your whole life to survive harm again.
I do love scrolls, though. You never know what you find in them. There's a reason the Vatican are all over this. Some of the stuff is pretty explosive. It would be a shame to destroy them out of negligence.
You touch a scroll with your bare hands, and it's as good as gone. Everybody knows that. It makes me so angry to think about.
There's an Iron Maiden up there. A real one, with actual spikes in it.
Oh, tell me about it. It belonged to the Founder. Now, the Washingtons got rid of most of his stuff when they took over his office, but I guess the Maiden is here to stay.
So long, and now it's time to wake up.
Morbid.
Well, it's purely ornamental, if that makes you feel any better. Iron Maidens were rarely used, if ever. It's really more of a goddess fantasy.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Now, why would you say that?
Everything in order so far?
Your hiccups with the gift? Transportation so far?
The art wouldn't be what it is without all the small contributions of time and energy from unknowns like you.
And we need the objects tonight, if possible. We don't want to disappoint the... ups if you... Get me.
Sure. We'll take care of everything.
Oh, I wish I could just tell her about it. Save us a lot of agony. You know what happened? Last time I was home.
Good work, 47. You've got all the tokens needed to gain access to the initiation. I suggest you find your way to the screening room. There was an ornate door near the courtyard. Hand in your tokens there.
I mean, there is a difference between creating suspense and wasting people's time. You're so...
Initiate, let's see those tokens. Congratulations, Initiate. Now the real trial begins. Hey, Miss Washington. An Initiate has completed the treasure hunt. Yeah, understood. Bringing him to the interrogation room now. So, you think you got what it takes, Initiate? You think you got the stomach for what comes next?
I can hold my own.
Is that so? You some kind of tough guy?
Tough is for amateurs.
Oh, Miss Washington's gonna have a field day with you.
Welcome, Initiate. Take a seat. Good. Now pay attention. This is a polygraph machine hooked up to an ECT device. That's short for electroconvulsive therapy, and I assure you it packs quite a punch. In a moment, Ms. Zoe Washington is going to ask you a series of questions, and I suggest you answer truthfully, or the machine will know. Is that clear?
Very.
Good man.
Solid work, 47. Let's see if you can't turn this interrogation to your advantage.
So, you made it this far, Initiate. But now, the real test begins. Is the machine operational?
The ECT device is set to medium voltage. I don't recommend going higher than that. This setup is still largely untested.
Well, as long as the Initiate speaks the truth, we won't need to. Has my colleague explained the rules to you?
Exhaustively.
Good. Let's begin. And do not attempt to deceive me. First question. Are you the best in your field?
Yes.
True. Very good. Now, are you willing to break the law if required?
Yes.
Checks out.
I see. And can you keep a cool head under pressure?
Yes.
He's not lying.
Interesting. Well, you're just perfect, aren't you? Maybe a little too perfect. Are you a reporter working for the liberal media?
No.
True.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Congratulations, Initiate. You have passed the test. Follow me. So, you'll need to dress the part. Over there's your new set of robes. Wear them with pride. You're one of us now.
Congratulations, Initiate. Or should I say, ARC member.
Yep, you're one of us now. Welcome to the big leagues.
Nice. Suits you. Okay, time to join your peers. Follow me. As a fully fledged ARC member, you'll have special privileges. First offer on our top suites and bunkers, early access, you name it. Would you like to be on the first ship to Titan? Well, you can now.
Fascinating.
Of course, with privilege comes responsibility. You are expected to invest in future projects approved by the Council and to donate to the Ark of Legacy.
Not a problem. I'm very accountable.
That's what I like to hear. In fact, a man as composed as yourself could prove useful in other matters. We should discuss the precise nature of your business, but that's for later. Just a little further now. Well, here we are. Goodbye, Initiate. And, welcome to the big leagues.
Alarm sensors. You'll need to disable the system to get at the necklace, 47. Smooth, 40. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
Climate change. Sophia Washington is trying to persuade Janus's original five to embrace the Green Revolution.
That the original five are all energy CEOs. Invented climate.
I don't know, I mean, it's not idiots. What they want
Hope we're not too late.
Congratulations, Initiate. Or should I say,
So,
ARC member.
you'll need to dress the part.
One of us now.
Over there's your new set
Welcome
of
to the big
robes.
leagues.
Wear them with nice. Suits you. Okay, time to join your peers. Follow me.
I was a waiter at the Iago auction in Paris, so nothing really surprises me anymore.
I just feel that they should use all their money to reverse the oncoming.
Huh?
Alarm sensors. You'll need to disable the system to get at the necklace, 47. Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
It's exquisite, Mr. Nathaniel. Well, surely the Cloud Serpent outshines all the other donations this year.
It better after all the trouble I went through. I could have sold this to a museum or a private collection, you know? Set me up for life. But my loyalty to the Ark Society comes first.
And I suspect kicking off Sophia Washington is an added bonus.
That's mighty cheeky of you, but sure, that's part of it.
You know my answer. Just for a few minutes. I just want to peek. It's not like it's going to cost you anything. It'll cost me plenty. Architects told me.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
Climate change. Sophia Washington is trying to persuade Janus's original 5 to embrace the Green Revolution.
Fat chance. The original 5 are all energy CEOs. These guys.
Energy companies just follow the money like everybody else. Hearing the truth, misleading public opinion, wrong answers.
We need to secure the area. I need you to get as far away as possible. This is for your
One
own
target
safety.
down.
Do you understand?
Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.
Shit is going down. You need to do something.
Man, you read me. Okay. Afraid to say. We got some problems.
Please, you need to leave now. It's for your own safety.
Okay.
One target down. Nice work, 1937. Next up, Zoe Washington.
Are you copying? It has begun. We are all weapons hot now. Today will not... This is not a drill. We have a situation. Yep, got it. Got nothing here.
My couriers certainly have it a lot easier now that Delgado is gone. They no longer have to pay off his stuff
I need you to keep your head. You want to stay alive. It's not safe.
Strange. I know I'm supposed to feel something, but the fact is, Janus is a name to me. That's about it. I never actually knew the man.
I don't think anyone did. Not really.
But you were part of this, back when there was just a few of you, right?
Oh, yes. Almost from the beginning. Still have the air. All of us. Technically, Janus was the least powerful man in the room. But I suppose, if you survived Soviet-era KGB, facing party purges and thermonuclear obliteration on a daily basis, a bunch of pampered executives.
Suppose not. Wonder why he started the society. I mean, the Cold War.
You gotta be kidding! Please, someone help me? Hey, what situation? You're freaked out. Help, please! Someone's over there! I think they're hurt! I'll look into it.
Lovely. Just lovely.
I've only ever seen pictures before.
Go! Command, please acknowledge. Come in, command.
You donating this year?
What, are you afraid I'll beat you again?
The gifting is about securing our cultural legacy. It's not a gifting.
No, finally.
I've been trying to get a hold of you for... Oh, you're on the jet? How far out?
Really should just get 2 of these up and running at this point.
Sure you're okay? The perp got away.
You know,
Well, I hear Zoe Washington has been very much involved in the planning. She even had a rare relic shipped from the Ark of the Legend.
Besides, what kind of 20-something cares about continuity anyway? True enough.
This is what happens when business people pick out the arrangements. No design sense whatsoever. Zero impact.
still can't believe it.
That little dancing dog, you mean? Yeah, I love
A single slip of the brush could give a piece away. A forgery of Arc caliber needs to be utterly flawless.
Fascinating.
You need to see a doctor. Like, seriously.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Arc.
No! 47, that was our only lead on the partners. Abort mission.
A remote trigger. Must be.
Hey, you look sick. You should go see a doctor. Now.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
Question is how? He's not likely to come quietly. Unless you get your...
Pardon me. Can I offer you a little treat?
Let me give you one free piece of advice, son. Selling is everything, and right now, I ain't buying shit from you.
It's what I
You're gonna
do.
make me believe that you're not just a waiter, but the best goddamn waiter on the planet. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I'm so
Excuse me.
sorry,
You
sir.
should try
I
this.
really can't
It
tell
really
you
is
how
to die
sorry
for.
I am.
No, thank you. Hi. You want to try something different? Anytime. Psst. Wrap your lips around this.
Next time somebody tells you to get hand-carved ice cubes with no air bubbles, you say yes, sir, and you go get them. Even if you have to run out and make them yourself.
Sure thing.
Okay?
You're right again, of course. Please, accept my sincere apologies, sir.
Excuse me. Care for a snack? Enjoy. Psst. Care to try something special? It's got a little kick to it.
What about this freezing cold? Are you planning to do anything about that? When I pay this
Who
amount
wants
of
a
money, I
taste?
expect a
You?
perfectly tempered
Go ahead.
experience.
I apologize. I'm new here. I don't know how I can make it up to you.
Enjoy. Hi there. Care for a taste? Glad to be of service.
I'm telling you, the whole thing was covered. Hockey puck size.
Yeah.
Say, is that the,
What's with that weird bird effigy?
It's the annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah.
Interesting. Zoe Washington is going to partake in a ceremony.
Rebirth. I get it.
What's new is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
I mean, it's behind a chapel, so maybe it's some kind of... There's got to be another token around here. The others must be way ahead of me by now.
I don't see nothing to worry about.
Are you kidding me? If the pressure drops just a bit, the locking mechanism fails. What sort of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measures?
Same kind who repels into an ancient temple with a death trap.
Granted, but still.
Seriously, what do you care? If some filthy rich broad wants to flirt with danger to feel alive, I say let her. They pay for our silence, not our concern.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, that brat takes everything for granted. 3 cars totaled since December, 2 dozen pairs of shoes he never even wears. Oh.
You do it. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? But you're the master of ceremonies.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I'd never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays, not spectacle. What if people hate it? Shit, they're gonna hate it.
They won't hate it, Mr. Fenniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Oh, good lord. What have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Stone we recovered, huh? I think we did the world a favor by keeping that to ourselves. No need for another "the world is gonna end" drama, right? Though it probably will this time around. Well, at least we spared the tribe.
You're not telling me they have that.
Master.
That's the master of ceremonies. The show must be about to start.
Who's this guy? Oh, it must be the
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress. be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes, and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape. Look at you, Finnegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
That must have felt gratifying.
Just humor me for a second. How do you think the twins got elected in the first place?
I have been planning the Founders Week for over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay him their last respects. I have the star of the Prague Philharmonic on stage, ready to play a blindfolded rendition of Schubert's Ave Maria on the harp, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding dagger?
I'm really sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification.
You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
The way I think about it is that Janus really made a difference.
Use it. We're freezing to death up here.
So let me see if I got this straight. The chairwomen run the Ark Society, and they employ an R&D team of scientists and engineers who develop all these crazy projects.
Architects. Architects. Get it? Bet they stayed up all night for that one.
Right. So, Ark members, they're the VIP investors, while Ark patrons are the lowest tier. Clients, basically, who buy Ark Society products but have no influence.
That's right.
So, well, who's on the council then? The guys in the tower?
Yes, we call them the Original Five. The first investors to join the Ark Society back in 91. They're all energy CEOs.
I'd be surprised if I came down with no Titus again.
People who share Jason's fear about the
God, that draft from the damn shaft is killing me.
If these walls could talk, what would they say?
They'd probably spew blood. This place has a gruesome history. Once a Roman outpost, some lost battalion searching for Hyperborea. But it was overrun by Celts and everyone was slaughtered.
Uh-huh. I bet Nimue buried.
Remember the time we received a whole shipment
Without inspection. I've told management so many times, these guys are so sloppy. We need a more reliable supplier.
Through that damn thing.
Up there. A real one. With actual spikes in it.
Oh, tell me about it. It belonged to the founder. Now, the Washingtons got rid of most of his stuff when they took over his office, but I guess the Maiden is here to stay.
So morbid.
Well, it's purely ornamental, if that makes you feel any better. Iron Maidens were rarely used, if ever. It was really more of a gothic fantasy.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Now, why would you say that?
I
God, that's
just...
damn. I'm feeling kind of dizzy and reckless.
There was just something about that amber tone that didn't sit right.
Is the council still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council.
So, Sophia Washington has called a council meeting between the original 5 members of the Ark Society. Sophia hopes to pass some sort of motion, but she faces stark opposition from ultra-conservative coal baron Jebediah Block. I suggest you find Mr. Block while the council is still in recess, 47. I suspect the headstrong Sophia will not take kindly to dissidents and troublemakers.
He's one of the original 5, you know, the first people to fund the Ark Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington's screaming Block name while beating up a pillow cushion. Oh, he was properly pissed.
Must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What am I, paparazzi? I just work for these assholes. Same as you.
Well, we posted in case people start flying.
No deviations from the schedule. Every gift is set to be in its place very shortly. That's what I like.
Mr. Block, you look troubled.
I know you, don't I? You're Janus's man.
I'm a friend of the Ark Society, yes. If I may be so bold, I heard about your predicament, and, well, I believe I may offer a fresh perspective.
Why not? Shoot.
All right. Say the world does collapse. The weather goes haywire, the poles melt, and the Ark Society heads off to a comfortable Arctic sanctuary, while the rest of civilization falls into chaos.
That's about the gist of it. Sounds great to me. No more needy assholes. Why wait?
Well, you do realize what kind of place it'll be, right?
What are you talking about?
100 or so people? No market, no economy, no social structures. It will be like a space colony. Everyone equal and dependent on each other. It will be egalitarian, sir. It will be, well, communist.
My God. That's what I paid almost $2 billion for? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Merely food for thought, Mr. Block. Good night.
I need to, think.
Sophia the schemer. What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in charge of the brain upload program?
Sure. What did he do?
I don't know, but...
Sure. Our parents were afraid of the missiles. But I think we both know that if it happens, there'll be some other element.
Miss Washington.
I forgot to ask. What are the most frequently asked questions about the Hyperborean initiative?
Some of the surveyed asked about security. Will the city have the defenses to withstand a tsunami of refugees?
What about crop growth?
Of course, what they fail to realize is how inhospitable the inland
Or
ice
small-scale
is.
geoengineering?
Only the most resourceful would ever even reach the city walls.
And unless you're on a strict polar bear diet, sieges are out of the question. Yes, very good. Anything else?
Others express concern about political interference. Plenty of nations have a stake in the Arctic, and Greenland is part of the Danish realm. Some members are reluctant to invest millions only to get caught up in some kind of ownership dispute.
That's been sorted out, but we'll make sure to inform the members in the next newsletter. Thank you. That's very helpful. Carry on.
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around. You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Aye.
5 ayes. The vote is unanimous. The motion is passed. And now, I believe a toast is in order to the future. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
To the future.
The future.
The future.
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
Question is how? He's not likely to come quietly. Unless you get your hands on a kill switch.
Yes, that might just work. Search one of the twins, 47.
Modern society being what it is, my guess is that any impending collapse will go hand in hand with the banks going nuclear. The Great Depression.
Sorry?
The smell. You do smell it, right?
Oh yeah, the embalming chemicals. Yeah, I guess they are a bit much.
Glad to know they don't neutralize the guard's olfactory senses anymore.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm...
we are, Mr. Janice. Don't you look handsome? Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you died only yesterday. With a final touch of makeup, your burial mask, and ceremonial dagger, oh, why, you'll look like a king of old. My unique polymer treatment will preserve your body for millennia. Longer even than the pharaohs. Which reminds me, they should have brought the dagger down by now. Wonder what's keeping them. We can't very well display you before your fellows without your prize dagger, now can we? Miss Washington, I forget which one. She tells me it belonged to Tsar Nicholas and that it might have been used to stab Rasputin. Oh, you must be very important to be laid to rest with such a valuable artifact, Mr. Janice. I wish I had known you would like it. I believe you would have But death is forever, so we might as well look our best for the final journey, don't you agree?
Strange. I know I'm supposed to feel something, but the fact is, Janus is a name to me. That's about it. I never actually knew the man.
I don't think anyone did. Really.
And I've worked the MMA circuit.
Come on, what's the deal with that stupid drink? Why can't you tell me what's in it? Ark Society signature drink. They call it the Dragon Flame.
You know, someone told me it was food poisoning. Poor bastard just didn't have the constitution to fight it, I guess.
Look.
Bloody hell. I knew the twins were hardcore, but this...
Tell me about it. Why do you...
It looked exactly like a submarine, but they didn't have submarines. No, I don't think they did.
I don't mind him seeing other women. Honestly, it's not my business anymore. But, I mean, act your age, right? You look like an idiot in that freaking spandex running gear.
It might help. My ex-husband begged me not to take the house in Mount. So that's exactly what I did. And oh, how he loved that house.
Can I interest you in a drink? We have a very fine pearl-infused vodka tonight.
And then there was all these like little people engraved in
Are those blindfolds?
The trick is to make it sound simple. You sign on 3 friends, then they sign on 3 friends.
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Like Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out of reach places like the ramparts. And the first initiate to collect enough tokens.
Of course, I'll bring you a glass of bubbly and a chiv.